What is going on, everybody? I have TikTok going on over here as well. Let me turn that down. I believe. Which one? That one? That one? Yeah, that'll work. Okay. We're gonna have a little chat here tonight. Welcome in, welcome in. Let me get my people over on Instagram all set up here. They should be set up. Did that work? Yeah, that worked. What's going on TikTok? What's going on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram? How you guys doing? What's up, John? So we're gonna get personal here tonight. We're gonna get a little bit personal. It's stuff that I was never gonna mention. I wasn't gonna mention it at all, and people are gonna use it against me anyway. So, well, they already are using it against me, and it doesn't hold any weight. So I got to get and basically come out with it and let people know. No, I didn't relapse. Let's be clear about that. I'll be 5 years sober on March 6th. Super stoked about that. Super stoked. But this is for my supporters. That's what who I want to talk to right now. Because it's like round 2 of what happened to me. And yeah. So if you're watching the replay, welcome in. If you're here live, welcome in as well. I was discussing with Berta Proud Mama. I was like, should I even mention it? And she's like, I would. She's like, it's pretty important. People need to understand, right? So we got to get out. We got to. So I've been on social media for 5 years, right? And to the people that are going to use this against me, whatever. I don't really even care. You guys are sick and disgusting. So 2 years ago, I lost my job for being Berta Proud Dad. And it sucked. It was terrible. I almost went into a manic depression. I was sober. I didn't almost relapse because my recovery is pretty solid. Okay. My recovery is really solid. So I didn't want to relapse, but I went into like a pretty crazy depression because of it. And I tried looking for work. I absolutely tried looking for work, and I got hired by a company. And I was through the training of the company. I was sitting in a first aid course, actually. My phone rang. And they're like, hey, man, like, we would love to have you, but you're just too big and too loud of a voice. We can't do it. Which I understood, right? It hurt at the time, and I was like, okay, whatever. It hurt at the time, but whatever. It's not my company. I don't get the say in it. So I said, all right, I understand. And I moved on my way. And I really hit hard on the clothing, right? And I started making videos, and that's when I started putting the commercials in all my videos at the end of them. And you guys supported, and you guys absolutely supported, and you came out strong, and we appreciate you guys for that. And you guys still do till this day, so thank you. What I also did, because clothing doesn't pay the bills at all, the clothing is designed to wear your opinion on your sleeve to stand out against them, right? To stand out against them. And that's what you guys are doing, so thank you. I started another company, and you guys haven't heard me talk about that company for a while because I'm no longer part of that company. And that's the news. And the news isn't because I had a falling out with my business partners. The news isn't anything like that. It's these leftist losers found out I had another company and started doxing that company. So to save the employees of that company, to save them so they still have a livelihood and they still have ways and means to feed their families, I stepped away and left it to my business partners for them to continue with it. And I didn't want to talk about it because that gives them a win, right? They win because of that. And with that, obviously, is a loss of income for the family, right? Especially since we've hired employees for the clothing company now. So I didn't have to take a salary from the clothing company, right? But now I do. And it just goes to show, and why I'm sharing the story, is there's a reason that there's a commercial at the end of every video. This is it. This is all I have at this point. And this isn't a, oh, poor me, because we're going to get through this, right? This is a awareness, right? This is a, hey, don't scroll by the video of me promoting my stuff, because it's literally how we sell our stuff. It's literally how my daughter does her extracurriculars. There's a roof over my head. Like the studio, right? The studio was able to be built because of my other company, right? And I'm going to say, I've been approached to get paid for content. I've been approached. When you get to this point where I have 730,000 followers on my main accounts over all social medias, and then if you add all my other accounts that I don't really use that much, it's over 800,000. When you get to that point, people want to buy your content. But when that happens, who am I letting down? You guys. Because I'm not bought and paid for, right? So this is an awareness for everybody that they will always make fun of me for selling my shirts. But on the other hand, they will fucking dox you so you can't do anything. That's what it is. So they don't want me to feed my family at all. But guess what? That's not an option. I will be homeless if that's what it takes to get the truth out. That's what I will do. I promise you, I will be homeless. But I promise you one more thing. I'm not going to stop. And I didn't talk about this because I didn't want them to have a win. Because they're going to take this and they're going to be like, yes, we were successful. So how are they not going to be successful? People are going to go to bertaprouddad.com and they're going to support the small business. And that's what they're going to do. Because we have employees at Berta Proud Enterprises. They need to eat. They need to pay their mortgages. They need to pay their bills. And that's a company that I don't have to step away from. Because everybody knows what that company does. It's a clothing company. Wear your opinion on your sleeve. Do what you're doing. Right? I've had to make a little bit of cuts. Right? I had to make a little bit of cuts, and that's okay. That's fine. But I promise you this. I'm never going to sell out. And I don't have to sell out. Right? I don't have to. Because I got all of you. 730,000 followers over all my main accounts on socials. We only need a fraction of them daily to go buy something off the website. That's it. So when they come out and they say he owns this other company, yeah, now you know. I own this company and I saved all the other employees because they mean more to me than money. So they all get to not worry about it. Right? And my business partner, who's not political, he gets to carry on. He gets to keep doing what he's doing. And I'm happy for him. I truly am. I think he's awesome. And I think he's going to do well. And I wish him all the luck. But with me, I'm going to continue doing this important work because this important work matters to me. Right? Then you get people like us, right? Like this. You already sold out when you forgot whose lands is truly. You do know my mother's Ojibwe, right? But I'm just the wrong color Indian for you. Like this is the stuff that you deal with on a daily basis. These people hate you. These people absolutely hate you. They hate everything about you. They don't want your kids to eat. They want your kids to starve. You got to remember, these are the people that doxed my daughter, a 16-year-old girl, and wish her nothing but misery. That's who we're dealing with. We are dealing with people that literally have no moral compass whatsoever because they hate me. They want everything around me to crumble. All of it. And I'm not a big, tomorrow when we go live, it's gonna be back to regular scheduling programming. But now everybody who sees this knows exactly why. I come out with new stuff all the time. All the time. Like this just dropped a couple days ago. Alberta first, Ottawa last. It's an opinion of mine that I agree with, that I believe, and I know you guys do too. They get to do all of the shit. They get to dox, they get to cancel, they get to wave their flags, do all of it with no consequence. Guys like me have to make sacrifice to keep the truth alive, which I did. And I did so willingly without even telling you guys. But now it's time to let you guys know. This is the explanation, which nobody deserves an explanation, but I need you guys to know. You have to know. That's why at the end of every single video there's a commercial. That's why I always have new stuff. And this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. This is the cost of putting yourself out there. And you want to know what they want from me? You want to know what they want from me? To go away. But that's how they truly win. If you go away, they win. And we're not going to give that to them. We've spent 5 years getting here. We've lost almost everything. And now I'm here telling you guys this is exactly where we're at. Berta Proud Enterprises need your support all the time. And on Facebook, you guys can hit that pinned comment. On Instagram, you can subscribe as well, become a subscriber, or you can go to the website. And you guys can help us out there at bertaprouddad.com. But I'm not stopping. And if the clothing triggers them that much, it is working. And I have been told explicitly that there are group chats, because people have seen them, because the NDP is infiltrated by us just like we're infiltrated by the NDP, right? That they have group chats where they literally talk about trying to cancel the clothing company daily. Daily. These people want me starving. But I'm here to tell you, if I have to use the food bank, I'll still be making videos. And I will be making videos of me using the food bank. If somebody attacks me and tries to beat the shit out of me, I will be making videos of that. If somebody tries to look at me in a negative light in public, there will be a video. I will use every single thing they do to me against them. Always. And that's what happens when you're over the target. The podcast that we just started, Over the Target with Berta Proud Dad. Make sure you're subscribing to YouTube. All video versions will go to YouTube because they're an hour to an hour and a half long. Berta Proud Dad on YouTube. Over the Target with Berta Proud Dad on Spotify and on every single podcast platform. You'll get the audio version. Make sure you guys are watching. Make sure you guys are subscribing. If you appreciate the work we do here, because it comes with sacrifice. And this is why everybody doesn't do it on our side. On their side, they get away with it. Because if I get caught getting somebody fired that shouldn't be fired, like they come at me, oh, you tried getting teachers fired. You're sexualizing our kids. And I never once called for them to be fired. I wanted them to be reprimanded for sexualizing our children and indoctrinating and brainwashing them. Not what I'm doing. I'm not targeting children. Not even close am I doing that. In fact, my Instagram, you can't even follow me if you're under 18. Right? These people have zero morals. And if I go out and I just post somebody and say, here's their address, here's their phone number, dox them, I'm canceled like that. Like that. But this is the how many times, and like I said, when it happened, like when I saw it happening, I went to my business partner and said, I'm done. I can't do it, buddy. Moved on to other things. And this is where we are. Is he talking to a crowd? I'm talking to a lot more people than are on my TikTok right now. Thanks, Tiffany. I'm live on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. That's where I do my main live streams, and you guys are just here watching from behind the scenes. I'm talking to my TikTok over here, and over here I'm talking to the other guys. But yeah. So I literally, like I said at the beginning, was not going to sit here and take it anymore. And yeah, I protected the people that work for me, and I protected my partners, and I protected something that was built for really good people. And the community I live in, they know all about who I am. Actually, I was just talking to somebody today, and we had coffee, and she said to me, all my friends wear your stuff. I'm like, that's amazing. And I said, do they know why they wear my stuff? Like what the point of it is? It's to wear your opinion on your sleeve. That's the point. The point is to go out there and show what you believe in front of all of them. Show them that you're not backing down. Show them you're not getting on your knees, and show them you're not afraid. And when they see that, that's why they hate it. That's why the left has actual literal group chats about me, right? That's literally why they have group chats about me and trying to cancel the clothing business, because a t-shirt or a hoodie or a flag or a hat offends them so much because they are mentally unstable. They are already mentally unhinged. They already can't handle the truth. Everything that they know and believe in is a lie. All of it. And they will go to the edge of the earth. They want me Charlie Kirked. I literally wake up to those messages at least once a week. You should be Charlie Kirked. It's in my comments. The platforms are good at removing them, but it happens all the time. These people want me dead. That's it. That's what it is. And they'll stop at nothing. They'll stop at nothing. Right? And I'm okay with it. But I also owe an explanation to you guys, because I know a lot of you guys are probably so used to the commercials at the end now, and you're like, fuck this guy. Like, fuck. It's always selling something. Well, I got to market somehow. And that's what I choose to do, is the market. Right? So I'll take questions from the audience because, and no, I'm not going to talk about the company. I'm not going to say anything more on it. I think I've said enough. Um, you know, is this going to give them some ammo? Yeah, it's going to give them some ammo. Um, you know, but at the end of the day, I feel the need to, the people who actually do support need to know why I need their support more than ever. Right? So, you know, I don't think they shouldn't eat, and I don't think they should be fired, and I think they should be able to do whatever it is they need to do because I believe in freedom of expression. But it just seems to be so one sided, right? It just seems to be so one sided. How does it feel to be deadly? Because you are. You know what I like to tell people? I'm just a guy with an opinion. That's what I tell people. All right? I like to tell people that. I'm just a guy with an opinion. Thank you for being humble. Says a lot about who you are. You know what, Gina? I haven't always been humble, and it was through my recovery journey in sobriety almost 5 years ago when I got sober and I found my higher power and I realized that, you know, there is a power greater than myself, and it's important that every single day you get out of bed that you're alive and you're healthy is a blessing. That's when I became very, very humble in everything, and even having the opportunity to have people who actually want to listen to what I have to say, it humbles me a lot every single day as well. So can you explain more of what you heard of this funeral getting interrupted? So Ryan, that's going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to be going live and I'm going to be talking about that, and we will, I'm trying to get information on it right now, buddy, so hopefully we can. But what a sickening event, hey? Like, let's bring that up. So yeah, you know, like, yeah, I might be going through some shit, but that family is going through some shit. Right? That family is hurting right now. That family, can you imagine having to cancel your daughter's funeral after such a horrific incident? An innocent life gone because the left. Can you imagine if one of us did that? Be on national TV every day in every news story. National TV. Yeah, John, don't worry about Andy. Andy comments on absolutely everything I do. Andy's about 3 seconds away from getting blocked. We've left Andy talking shit in the comments now for probably 3 months, and I think his time has come to an end. And he'll take it as a win, saying, "Oh, you can't handle it." No, Andy, you haven't given any substance in 3 months. We're over you. I've invited him on the show more than once as well. I've invited him on the show constantly, and he just won't take it. My husband and I support you. Thank you for pushing Alberta. I'm 1,000% Alberta. I love that, Kimberly. Thank you. I appreciate it. Everybody who's going to go to the website tonight, do, and support. We appreciate you guys. And that's the thing. Always check for new stuff that's on there. There's like over 60 items on there. There's something for everybody. So we really appreciate it. We really appreciate all the support you guys give us. And well, now more than ever, like I said, the whole reason for this live was to come out and tell you guys exactly what needed to be said. Robert, I really like the shirt that says you can't handle the truth. Or you had mentioned that come on, but if it's Jesus or a province or a nation. Thank you for the comment. Appreciate it. Everything you're going is awesome. You, many other dads get encouraged by you. We need, you know what, actually, Dominic? I got a message from a guy today, and he said, I have it on my iPhone, but I'm live on TikTok right now. He said, keep up the good work, buddy. You are the talk of the poker table right now at Deerfoot Casino. So they're sitting there talking about my videos, which I think is super cool because I am just a guy. I'm just a guy. That's all I am. Like, I'm in my basement right now. Now, granted, I'm in my studio in my basement, but I'm just a guy with an opinion. And that's what I tell people when I'm out in public, right? I'm talking to them, and I'm just like, I'm just a guy. Like, I'm just, yeah. Yeah. We have a Bird of Proud. That's amazing that you have that. Where you wear your Drill Baby Drill t-shirt all the time. That one's super popular. Thanks there, Master. Your opinion's shared by so many. It is, but I'm still just a regular guy, and it is nice to see that a lot of people agree with that opinion. Please don't let the door hit you in the face. Oh, you guys give me, yeah. But guys, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to come over here and just tell you exactly what we're going through, who we are, and what I've had to do personally and the sacrifices I've made. And now, don't get me wrong, I know a lot of you have had to make sacrifices as well, and it's what they do, right? Like, you should see it. The trolls over here on TikTok right now just fucking trolling me hard. That's why I never go live on that app. It is literally it's literally the cesspool of the internet over on TikTok. But at the end of the day, I appreciate you guys. If you guys can go check out my website, I would appreciate you for that. Or just remember, like, when you see a commercial next time, or you see a post where I'm trying to sell some stuff, if you guys could hit that share button or whatever, it will mean the world to myself and my family. And yeah, we're gonna go from there. We will talk to you guys after. You guys have a good night. Thank you so much.